Dude, what was that? I'm freaking out. This is our scariest episode yet.
Dude, you want to talk about where we're at?
We are, obviously, the set's different.
We're at a daycare.
The most haunted, correct?
Yeah.
Hey.
There's pretty scary stories over this place. I should lie on the crib, bro.
That made me tear up. Zoom in on this. I'm already so scared right now, guys. You said that dogs are more susceptible to ghosts, right?
What?
Animals in general.
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense because I'm a
Pets.
dog. So like,
I started seeing this shadow entity demon. Like I just got used to it, and now it's just kind of like, what would I do if it wasn't there? You know what I mean? Like,
See, I felt the same way with John. He just kept showing up.
actually, yeah, dude.
It was a 3-year-old story from here.
Really?
He comes inside to use the restroom. We wait by the door, and he's in there for a good 5 minutes. Then you just hear him crying, and then so we go check. Hey, is everything okay? The man wasn't letting me out. And he's like screaming, like
Not the
he
man.
is not okay. And he was crying. We had to call his parents to come pick him up because he wouldn't stop. He was so scared that the man wouldn't let him out of the bathroom.
Episode 29. Okay.
Why are you getting nervous right now?
I'm not nervous. You're nervous. Bro, let's talk. Episode 29. Dude, what was that? I'm freaking out. This is our scariest episode yet. I'm Johnny V.
I'm Jose Medina.
And for the third time in BLT history, we have guests, plural, on the podcast. Everyone listening, please give a warm welcome to our dear friends of the podcast, our friends from Speaking Into the Abyss. We have Jess
hello.
and Des.
Hi.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
And yeah, guys, like I said, we're just super scared to be here right now. It's October.
We're in the wild.
It is the dead of night. And just to give our audience a little intro into who you guys are, let's hear your credentials as podcasters. How many episodes? How many views? Give some.
Our
give some-
views.
Yeah. How much revenue, guys? Bank account, credit score. What do you bank
What do you bang?
Our revenue, we're about $3 trillion, just something like.
Just
Light.
a little pocket
We're,
change.
A little light, yeah.
We're 32 episodes deep.
Wow.
No views because we're just audio.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey, but for the first time.
Yeah, this is us
This
on
is
the
us,
camera for the first time.
camera
This could be a treat for the Speaking to the Abyss
You guys
fans.
got the
Yes,
exclusive.
We got the exclusive interview now.
I've never seen it
Where
before.
were you on January 6th? No, I'm kidding.
This is the first time I'm seeing
That's
her.
my sister's birthday, so it's probably at her party.
Oh, okay. So you were nowhere near the Capitol. Okay,
no.
great. I had a question to follow up. I just lost it. It's escaping me now. The spirits are already affecting my mind.
Dude, you want to talk about where we're at?
We are obviously, the set's different, guys. It's constantly
Yeah.
changing. BLT always on the move.
The audio might be a little weird in here.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's not too
apologies
bad.
in advance. We cannot disclose the name of where we're at. Can we say what this place of business is?
I think they can get it for those who are watching, but we're at a daycare.
The most haunted, correct?
Yeah.
Hey.
There's some pretty scary stories over this place.
There's been
I've attended said daycare. So has this.
I have also. Yeah.
She's also worked here. A little
Small
bit.
world.
small world.
Very small world.
We have nothing to do with this daycare, but we're just happy to be here.
Yeah, at all. I'm scared.
The reputation, what's the word?
Precedes itself.
Precedes itself. This place is known to be a paranormal hotspot. And because of that, after the podcast, as a special treat, we are going to be doing a paranormal investigation here at this daycare. And it's going to be an absolute banger.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Hopefully. So as far as this
Watch
episode
it be
goes,
like 10 minutes.
hey, well, if it's a good 10 minutes,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
If it's just 10 minutes of paranormal activity, we already won.
I've been known for a good 10 minutes.
Oh,
Hey-o.
I've been known
Mine
for
too.
Hey,
it's
yeah.
like 3. So, yeah, Halloween special, guys. We wanted to bring some spooky stories. I don't know why I did quotes on that. We wanted to bring some spooky stories to the table. So each of us has a super scary tale that is going to ruin your Wednesday. Should we just jump right into it?
Yeah, I guess so.
That doesn't feel right. No, we got to warm up to it. a little
Okay.
bit
Oh,
more.
okay.
Hold up.
So are you guys like actual paranormal believers through and through? You believe in ghosts, aliens, the Mothman?
I think that's what we should start on. Let's start on our beliefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let's
we'll just pick it up. Just ask that question
What
again.
we believe, what we don't, and then we'll just
Go from
toss it
Well,
around.
Toss the salad.
How?
I don't
how,
believe.
um,
I don't believe in days off at the gym.
Ooh.
That's spooky to me.
So, well, actually, would you actually consider yourself a believer in the paranormal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I probably cut at like certain things, but
Like
what
what?
certain
Yeah. Where's your
things.
line at?
well, I mean, I don't know, like Bigfoot.
I
You
don't
know what I
believe in
mean?
Bigfoot.
Okay, so you believe in ghosts, but not cryptids.
What the fuck is a cryptid?
Mothman.
Like
Bigfoot.
Mothman,
The
yeah,
Scoogily
Frogman,
Man.
Loch Ness monster.
the
Yeah,
Chupacabra.
I'm not too keen on that. What about you, John?
I'm a big believer in pretty much all that jazz. Definitely, I would say I'm a big believer. But you know what? This is crazy because I'm kind of having like a revelation where it's like I consider myself largely to be a believer, but as of recent, I feel like I'm more of a skeptic sometimes because I hear stories and I'm like, haha, and I like chuckle at it. I'm a man, and then I'm like, hold up, because do I really believe what they're saying? And I have to like second guess myself now. So I'm really hoping, because I've had experiences as a child, but I want to experience them as an adult just to really solidify them.
Yeah.
okay.
So let's reverse the question now. Jess, would you consider yourself to be a believer?
Oh yeah, I'm
Big
a
believer.
spooky girl, ghost girl. I believe in it all. Yeah.
Des?
I'm more definitely on the skeptic side. I do like to I think entertain myself with the idea of ghost stories and stuff like that. I think I like to be scared. So huge believer in like horror movies. I love horror movies. I love true crime. So like being creeped out in the real world is what I'm into. So I'll fake or like try to get my mental into the ghost thing so I can feel scared. And that's when I feel like I mostly believe in the ghost. But I have had my own experiences.
Okay.
And so, I mean, old enough to so I really remember it. So I feel like I'm enough of a believer.
I like that. And as far as like getting in that mindset, like what goes into that? Like to getting to that, like I'm ready to get spooked mindset.
I think just letting go, because you don't think too much about it, because it's what makes sense is what stops things from being scary. You know what I mean?
Logic.
Yeah, you just kind of got to be like, oh my God, that
Think
could have
about that.
happened. That could have been a thing.
Oh,
And,
okay.
give
I
in
see
to
what you mean.
that, you know?
No, I mean, I can kind of get that. I remember when I lived by myself for a little bit,
Ooh.
for like a small little bit. You know, like that thing that people say when in the horror movies, like, why would you go check that bump?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like at first I was on that page, like that's dumb. Like why? Like I was like, fool, like that's kind of scary. But when I was by myself, I kind of like had like the logic of like, this is my house. Like I gotta.
Damn.
I'm like,
Yeah.
What a fucking man.
Be
bro.
strong.
I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna see what the hell that was. And usually, like I'm like, oh, this fell over. I don't know how. Maybe.
But why?
I was gonna say because the ghost pushed it.
Oh my God, I'm fucking freaking out already.
exactly.
But shh, shh, shh.
Oh, I thought I heard something. I'm sorry. I thought I heard something. Guys, I thought I heard something. Oh my God, I'm already fucking freaking out.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we've all had experiences, it sounds like. A little bit of something here, a little bit of something there. We all semi-believe, heavy believers. Oh, no. Actually, you're the heaviest believer, I would say, right?
Yeah,
I would say
yeah.
she's through and through,
And then
for
we're
sure.
all like
Yeah.
1 through 10. Let's put a number to it. 1 through 10. 10 being like, I don't believe that at all. 1 being like
Wait. Okay.
That's not how I would have
right.
done
Okay.
it. But yeah.
I'm a -1.
-1. And
Yeah.
then you.
Wait, in tens I don't believe it?
10s you don't believe.
Ooh, I don't know. I would say I'm like a 4,
4.
5.
Dean?
Give me. I think we're the same page. Like maybe like a 6.
Okay. I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to go 5.
Okay,
So-
nice.
All right.
Now the audience knows where we're at with this.
Can we talk about real quick what's your costume, Joe?
I'm dressed as a piece of shit podcast co-host
Who didn't follow the
bring a
itinerary.
costume. Yes,
We had planned this
The
weeks in
only
advance.
one, apparently.
Yeah.
the only one.
I think it's kind of rude because you guys invited us here. It's our first camera debut, and you didn't even dress up for it.
Yep.
What were you doing instead?
I may have stopped for a hydration break.
And that person didn't have something you could have borrowed. You could have borrowed some girly outfit and threw a dress on her.
No, this person was actually had a penis. So unless he's, I mean, that would be if he
If you
hold
did,
up now.
wait, imagine if he
That
had a
was
dress
so-
or didn't have a penis.
Wait, what do you? Yeah. Hold up. Are we thinking dress or penis?
There's a very big debate. We're not going to go into it in a group
If he
chat.
has it or not?
No, we can't. As group chat shit only.
Oh, yeah, it's group
It's
chat
group
stuff.
chat stuff only.
Okay.
But we will
All
say
right,
that
all
that
right,
would
I
settle
respect it.
shit.
Hey, that's JFTB, just for the boys.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways, so what are you, Jess?
She said -1.
I'm a
right?
clown.
Oh.
That's very
We're supposed to be professional, John.
I'm a clown too. Oh my god.
cute. Yeah, she's the cutest clown.
Do you
I love
guys
it.
know who this is?
I know who it is, but let's see John.
Let's see. Guess. We already told you, right? It's
Oh,
X-Men.
X-Men. That's gonna be honestly, it's gonna be Battle Toad.
Yeah.
Battletoads?
Yes, the classic X-Men Battletoad.
Oh, I thought I was so right for a second. I was about to get
What even is
activated.
a
Well,
I love Battletoads.
Battletoads is
That's
a
pretty
game
cool.
on the.
Okay.
It's a very old game.
Please enlighten me.
Rogue.
Rogue.
From the X-Men, yes.
Do you know who Rogue is?
No, but I would consider myself to be a bit of a rogue
Shut
because
up.
you didn't wear a costume.
because I didn't wear a costume. So,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
And
Definitely.
who are you?
Well, my cape is currently giving us the lighting that we need, but I'm supposed to be Rengoku, but at this point, I'm just a regular Demon Slayer. I'm no one
Nice.
special. Oh,
It's
you know,
like
actually,
the school uniform.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a part of like their whole little getup, but unfortunately, I can't move too much in this.
Oh.
He's too buff.
No, I mean, what?
Breaks.
Yes, true. But I got off of Amazon and it's kind of small. The pants already ripped, so this shit's going right back.
Yeah.
What you puffing your chest up for?
I just had to like. The
Straight
chair's,
from
my
back.
chair's
yeah,
little, yeah.
my back's a little hunched.
Yeah, I felt it right
Take
now.
over.
Well, not yet. Me.
It's okay. I'm just gonna have gamer posture the entire time. It's fine. It's not like I'm not used to it. Yeah.
So anyway, real quick, I mean, just for a little interview, what made you guys start doing a podcast?
Ooh.
I guess. Well, we wanted to do a podcast for a really long time since like
Since
2020.
like 2020.
You guys said this is an episode 1 of your podcast. I heard
That's
this.
true.
Oh.
Wow.
Are you a listener?
I'm a bit of a fan.
Yeah.
See, now,
That's why I'm not on point right now, guys. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a bit of a fan. It's like
That makes sense. I'm sorry we made you so
Hey,
nervous
now-
you forgot your costume.
My apologies.
That's what
On
it
the
was.
other hand, for those of you who don't know, my name is Jessica Medina. Actually, Jose Medina's big sister.
What?
So, and he doesn't listen to the podcast at all.
hey,
That
listen,
makes
listen,
me
BLT
sad.
listeners, I'm here with you guys. I'm learning everything new right now.
Hey, good one.
Okay, listen,
Right.
but for transparency, real quick, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I don't listen to podcasts at all.
I know.
But besides
You
Radio
could at
Rental,
least
I was
give
about to
your,
say.
your sisters a listen. You know.
I will say we do have like this one avid listener who doesn't listen to any podcast either. We were their first and
Yeah.
their only.
See?
And
It's very special.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
could be you.
out to those only listeners, those only fans, if you will.
Yeah.
Shout out to the only fans.
Definitely.
I like that.
That's pretty good. All right.
Okay. Should we now? Do we just dive right into the stories? Because we all brought stories to the table, like I said earlier.
But so we did decide that they were going to do theirs on our show.
Okay.
And by the way, BLT listeners, tune into their episode to hear our stories.
What's the name of their podcast?
It is Speaking Into the Abyss.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know for a second.
The way he kind of worded that,
I know.
it was almost like tune into my guy's podcast.
Yeah,
These
listen,
people.
hey, listen,
Yeah.
I ain't that dumb.
Hey, my boy does not fold under pressure, bruh. He's like today's laundry, just does not fold. So, do either of you have a preference as far as starting the story?
I can go. I'll
So
start.
here, I'll kind of frame the question to help intro.
Okay.
What made you a believer of the paranormal?
What made me a believer? I feel like I've always been a believer. I think I was just born this way.
Lady Gaga.
I've been.
I was literally about to say I held my tongue.
Oh, funny because she's a clown too.
Joker.
Joker.
Oh, did you guys see Joker?
She's
It was
in
so
that.
bad.
It was.
Oh.
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was
didn't-
okay,
Didn't
yeah.
hate it, but
I didn't think it was
Did
that
you listen
bad.
to our episode when we talk about it?
I
It's our
didn't hear
last
that one.
episode.
I didn't hear that.
I'll argue.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, we could go down. I could talk about the movie for like an hour of why
Me
it's so
too.
bad.
I can talk about why it's good and okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could.
Maybe we'll do like a bonus after clip and it's you guys going
Just
back and forth.
That's on
about
our
the movie.
OnlyFans actually.
Yeah.
That'd be
Patreon exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
sorry.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, but
ahead,
let me continue.
Yeah, sorry, go.
Yeah, I have seen ghosts before. Scary stuff always happens around me.
Example.
To me. Example, even since I was little. One time, my mom, I was when he was born, so maybe like couldn't even walk
Jose
yet.
Medina.
Yeah, I'm pointing at you. And apparently I ran out of the house where we used to live. And my mom's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Apparently, I told her, the baby got out and ran out of the room. So I was chasing the baby being Jose. And so she went to check because she thought for some reason maybe he fell out, something happened. He was in the crib sleeping.
Me nonchalant in the crib, bro. I mean,
That made me tear up. Zoom in on this. I'm already so scared right now, guys.
shaking in my boots.
My timbers are fucking shivered. That's so scary. Oh, okay.
hey, really?
That hit different.
Oh,
Just
okay.
the thought of a
Okay, well, I mean,
ghost baby running.
Right.
Maybe because I've heard this story.
Well,
before.
they know that, like, I mean, they say, like, kids are more susceptible to, like, ghosts and pets and stuff.
That's what I was going to say before
Yeah.
pod when we were talking, when you had mentioned, like, you want to experience stuff as an adult. It's harder because you put up, like Destiny said, more logic behind stuff. Your
Yeah.
brain is better at trying to cancel it out and make it make sense in a not scary way.
Yeah.
But I guess the real thing that got me was like the first time I saw an apparition, a real ghost.
There's an abbreviation for that. It's the FBA, a full body apparition.
Wow.
I did some research.
Oh, I love
I've
Continue.
never
that.
heard of that. And, like,
Yeah.
put it that way, yeah.
Yeah, the first time I saw FBA.
Yeah.
It's just a ghost.
Facebook ass. And while we're joking real quick, you said that dogs are more susceptible to ghosts, right?
What?
Animals in general.
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense because I'm a
Pets.
dog. So like, I've always been hella susceptible to this shit. But please continue on for FBA.
Or,
Yeah.
or you just never reached a level of maturity to build up the logic.
Couldn't be that.
All right, so the first time I saw FBA, I was maybe third or fourth grade. What?
The FBA,
Oh.
they get into you?
Alright, keep going, you're good.
Okay. Either third or
13.
fourth grade.
Oh, sorry.
You are not that old in third or fourth grade, just so you know.
Is this your story, bro?
Sorry. It's your
13,
You're right.
14.
Let her talk.
Saying
All right.
something.
All right, so I used to go to the school, Roger Corbett, here in Reno. I used to stay in the Twilight program for 2 hours. Then you ride the bus home. My mom used to work at a superstore in town, pretty common one. She'd work about 8, 9, and said, "Come home." And while Jose, I might call him Junior because that's what I grew up calling him. So sorry, guys.
It's my government.
It's so weird.
And he would come here to where we're at, and they would close here at 6. So I'd get home at like 5:40ish, and then my uncle would drop off Junior, and then my mom would call us to make sure we made it there safe. I get there first, then comes Junior, then I'm going to get the house phone.
You're home. I was gonna ask a clarifying question. So you're home. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
At my house, walk in. Phone's in my mom's room. Has this little. So you walk in, front door. Mine and Junior's room, another bathroom, living room, kitchen, mom's room. Mom's room is the master bedroom. So you walk in, open the door, and then she has a little nightstand type thing there with the phone. Then when you walk in, you see her bed. And then there's a hall that way that has a walk-in closet. And then right next to it's the bathroom.
Okay.
So I'm walking in, getting the phone. As I'm reaching for the phone, I just freeze. I get really hot. My heart's just pounding. I can't move. I can't do nothing. I hear the toilet flush.
Oh fuck.
I can't move. My eyes are just wide and I'm just looking this way. And I'm just like, I can't do anything. It's so scary.
Oh fuck.
And then I just see this lady in a gown, like a long, kind of light blue gown with like a cap. and she's walking, but she's not on the floor. She's like gliding, so she's like floating over the floor, and then she just kind of keeps going, and it's her side profile. And I'm just like, please don't turn, please don't, because I've seen too many scary movies. I thought she was gonna turn and be like.
So you had enough time. I hate to interject. You had enough time to form a cognitive thought, but you still couldn't react.
Yeah, I couldn't move, and I just saw her going like this. I'm pretty sure maybe my eyes were just moving. I didn't move. And she gets to my mom's bed, and then she just touches my mom's pillow. Poof.
Oh, God.
And as soon as she disappears, I unfreeze. I ran out of there. I said, Junior, get the phone. Get the phone, Junior. And he said, why? I said, get the phone, Junior. Junior's probably like maybe 3 or 4.
Big dog.
And he was scared. He said, why? And I said, Junior, just grab the phone really quick. And then he's like, he knew something was up. I think he could tell that I was so scared. I'm like, just get it. It's fine. And he reached it. As soon as he grabbed it, I just slammed the door. And then, yeah, my mom called shortly after. Are you guys okay? Yeah, we're fine. Click.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, and those apartments are where you used to live, actually.
Oh, wow.
Where is this?
Where our Thea lives now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
She still in that same spot.
What?
I saw it there before. Her house. Her crib.
What?
Yeah,
okay.
Why didn't you want to tell your mom? Or what? Did you ever tell her?
No, yeah, I told her like when she got home. I think maybe, I don't know. I would think I was just too startled.
Yeah.
Right away, and like, yeah, but I told her later, and I was like, Mom, I saw a lady in your
Yeah.
room.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mama, there's a girl behind you.
That's so scary. That shit. 2 for 2. I got my eyes got teary eyed. Honestly, I'm very, very susceptible right now. That's crazy. Demons coming me. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I hear that. This is not the first time I've heard her tell this story, but it does give me, like, I can feel the nervousness.
Yeah.
The way
Through
you
the
tell
story.
it is
Yeah.
very, very like
Yeah.
not to say you need to convince us, but like there's like a lot of emotion behind
No,
it.
yeah, I just like
Like,
go
I
back
hold
to
my
that
breath.
place. Yeah.
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 It's pretty creepy. That would scare the
Yeah,
fuck out of
yeah.
me, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is there anything else? Do you have any other stories?
Yeah. Do you want to do one and then we can bounce back, or do you,
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have a lot. I feel like you're so connected
okay.
to that
Well,
world.
do you want to do like
but I'll
yours
go ahead
and then
and
I'll do some?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my
What made you a believer?
Yeah, what made me a believer? I guess like my father has always been like on like what Jess is on, where she like connected. Like he's always claimed that he's been able to like astral project and has this other connection to spirits and just like losing outside of himself, right? And so I've always like grown up hearing these stories, and even though I've heard them, I was still kind of skeptic, right? And I don't know when it started, but I had to be like young. I was a teenager. Not that I'm not young now, but you know. But I started seeing this shadow, entity, demon, like ghost, whatever you want to call it. And it was always just around, not like at night, like through the day. I would go to school and it would be across the street. I would be in the car with my dad and I would see it in the mirror, like reflecting in the back. Like it was something that like I never really wanted to tell anybody because I felt like it sounded crazy. You know what I mean? How do you explain that? And I didn't know why, you know? So I think at first when it like would appear and stuff, I was really scared because I thought like something was wrong with me. I thought I was going to get like possessed or something. I don't know. And so then one day it just kind of felt comforting.
Really?
Yeah, like it was there always kind of when I needed it or something.
Can I ask, what do you feel like caused that shift? Was it just something like you just got used to seeing it? And it was kind of like, okay, well, like if it was like kind of like if it was
It's
gonna
like
be,
your like security blanket.
Right. It's like, I get what you're saying. Like, if it was going to hurt me,
It would've
maybe it
already
would have
done
done
so.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think maybe you're right. Maybe it is something like that where it's like, I just got used to it. And now it's just kind of like, what would I do if it wasn't there? You know what I mean? Like,
See, I felt the same way with John.
that's cool.
He just kept showing up.
Yeah, actually, yeah,
Just
dude.
sitting across the street,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
watching you.
In your backseat.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's so funny. Yeah, not to like railroad it, but like I really would just show up to this guy's house sometimes, all the time, because his door that was like separate from the house.
Yeah.
I was like, yo.
I love that.
But okay, so the shift was essentially just through the passage of time, seeing the shadow, spirit, entity, it just became sort of like normal for you.
I was living in Vegas at the time when it first started. And again, like I said, my dad's always connected to this stuff. But I didn't want to tell him either. And so then we're living in Vegas, and my tia was living with us at the same time. And I seen it in the kitchen one night. I'm like, oh, weird, right? It just like walked through, didn't stop. It wasn't just stop there, it walked through. I was like, oh, weird. And I went back to the room. And then my tia, she comes out, she does whatever. My dad goes about his day, whatever. A few days go by, and then we're all sitting together at dinner. I don't know what compelled my tia to just say that she had saw something in the kitchen.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, interesting. And my dad was like, was it like a black shadowy thing? And it just like walked through.
They've been seeing it too.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh my God, that I see that all the time. Like whatever that is. I don't know how you guys saw it though. You guys swear to God you saw it. You're not fucking with me. And they're like, no, we saw it. Like, so all three of us in the same house saw it. Then I moved back to Reno, and it followed us because it was still showing up. Then one day, like, because this is over a course of a couple years, right? I am with my dad, and I think I was just having like this weird moment. It had stopped showing up. It wasn't no longer following me.
Can I ask, how did that make you feel? Like, cause for seeing it for so long and then having it be gone at that moment, were you like wondering like, okay, well, what happened?
Yeah, definitely. I was super confused. I felt like, cause I don't know what brought it on. I don't know why it would go away. I don't know what it was there for to begin with, you know? So it's just kind of one of those things. I got used to it and then it's gone again. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. But that also prompted me to tell my dad about it. Because once it was gone, I was like, okay, well, maybe even if he doesn't make sense of it, it's gone, so it doesn't matter. And so I was telling him about it in the car one night. And then he starts getting emotional. And he starts telling me that one time when he was in prison, and I had just been born, his friend had died. And he was like praying. And there's like, you know, I don't know if anybody knows, but in prisons, there's like not a lot of light in your cell. You barely get a little bit. And so the moonlight was like casting in, and he was praying. And he said that he was like looking into the moonlight, and he just prayed for this guy to protect his daughter, no matter where he was at or where she was at, you know, whatever. And he was like, I don't know, something about you telling me, I just feel like, what if it was him?
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, and that makes sense why it started to feel comforting. And so, can I ask, was it like a particular shape to the mass, or it was just a mass of like shadow?
Yeah, I would say it was like a person. It was like shape. In the shape of a person. There just wasn't a lot of details or anything really in it. Because also it was never super super close to me, except for one time when I had like, what is it called, sleep paralysis or whatever. But yeah. Wow. It's pretty nuts.
What if it was like one of those things like, you know how in Reno, you know, everyone knows each other. Like, how do you know that guy? You know the Black Shadow?
Yeah, the Black Shadow man. Yeah.
I don't fuck with him no more. Like we kind of fell out. Yeah. Like I don't want to talk about it for real.
It's okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's actually that's wow.
Yeah.
Damn. And I like that story has a bit of a conclusion to it. So can I ask, do you ever see the shadow like now? Or?
No, I've never seen it again.
Oh wow.
I don't know, but if I ever do see it again, I'm definitely gonna be taking note of where I'm at and like why maybe it's popping up.
Can I ask what the friend's name was?
I don't know his friend's name. Honestly, off the top of my head, I'd have to ask my dad.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
Dig that up. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. What an experience. Good story so far. I'm honestly like, this is getting me right in the mindset for like what we're going to do after this right now. I'm already like, I'm getting chillies.
Speaking of that, let me tell you some of my scary stories from here.
Yes.
So for context, or I guess Jessica can tell you what.
No, go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say, you know, what Jessica has worked here. For how long? What was it?
A long time. A very long time. I started coming here as a child, probably third grade.
We came at the same time, right?
Yeah, in third grade.
Yeah.
But when I saw that FBA, I was in school, so I'd only come here for the summer program.
Okay.
So since I was in fifth grade and I worked here up until like 2018, 2019. And so as a child, even the teachers would be like, yeah, it's scary here.
I
blah,
mean,
blah, blah,
even
blah.
to this day, like that.
Yeah. So one time, so I've worked here. I've done every single shift, opening, closing, weekends, whatever. One of the times when I was still in high school and I was working here, I'd come after school. So I got off, I came, and I'm in a classroom with another teacher. And we're just talking. It's pretty slow. We're hanging out. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do my makeup. I'm doing my like eyeliner, and I have the little compact. And so in this classroom, it's that one.
Our neighbor.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was sitting to the back, and you know how there's that big window?
That I just saw, yeah.
Yeah. And they have little bookshelves. So sometimes the kids would climb on the bookshelves, and like obviously in that classroom, they're little toddlers. So like you have to make sure they don't crawl because they'll fall and hurt themselves. So I'm doing it, and I see a little guy starting to crawl up, and I'm in the chair, and it's an office chair, so it spins. And I see a little guy crawling up, and he's getting to the top by the window. So I turned really fast and said, hey, get down. No one's there. And I'm like, and then my coworker's like, what, who? And I said, who, was there someone right there? She's like, no. I said, I just saw someone climbing up the bookshelf. And she's like, are you serious? No one was there. And I'm like, I swear. And
Goosebumps.
and
Fucking.
that freaked me out, and I was like, okay. And that was that time. One time when I was opening, I come in open. This place is a place with a really diverse schedule. They have a license so they can be open from 4 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Depending on the needs of the parents. I used to come in at like 3:30 to start setting up, cleaning, doing whatever. And because so little parents come that early, right? I think we had like one family.
Okay.
And she was a family friend. And like I would wake up so early, and she's like, you know what? Like I know it's tired. Like if off the record, if you want to take a nap because you're tired, you go to school after whatever, it's fine. So come inside, lock the doors, because I would come in at 3, and then the next kids that would come in that weren't our friends would get here at like 5:30.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a good few hours. I'm like, all right.
So just for context, sorry, it was you
Just
and it was
me.
and the one child, correct?
It was a family of 3. So it's a baby
Okay.
in a crib, and then 2 kids. One's like 3, and then the other one was like, I think maybe 7.
Okay. Okay.
So we're in there, and we're in the first classroom, the pre-K room where my tia's class is, right? I'd go in, and we would turn the lights off because they're sleeping, and we would lay down the mats, they'd lay back down. And then we used to have like, I guess technically it's like a dog bed, but it's like a huge pillow. And like, so I would lay there, and I'd like read or just like, you know, be by them. And then the baby would be in the crib in the middle. So I'm like laying there, and I'm just talking to the girl. And I was like, you should try to go back to sleep. It's, you know, pretty late. I mean, well, early, but
early,
you could sleep for like a few hours. And so like she finally dozes off, and I wasn't too tired, so I was just up. And then all of a sudden I just hear, and I'm like, what was that? And the door was open, and the door across was open. All the lights are still off. And there's no, like, how there's a tank in there.
Yeah. That
wasn't in there, so it's just pitch black. And you just see, like, the microwave light, and then I had the bathroom light on, so there's just, like, this backlit part. And I'm like, what was that? And so the toys are in bins, and then you just hear...
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
That was very scary.
The comedic timing.
That was great. Dog. Oh my God. Dude. We're gonna fucking fall
Hopefully
tonight.
the mic picked that up, but
That
there was
fucking scary.
there is a dog outside.
But it
My
does sound
heart-
like that at first.
My heart.
That was crazy.
My heart, dude.
My heart dropped.
Let's stop.
Oh my God. Dude.
Dropped.
Okay. Dial back in. And then in the edit, let's cut right back to telling the story.
I think we leave it in.
We're screaming, and then it's us
Oh my
talking.
God.
It just
my God.
screamed it back
Oh.
to the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Fuck
So-
that dog, man.
The toy bin.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah, on the shelves there's bins with toys like Legos, whatever. And like usually there's like a little bit of space, and then so I hear the smack again, but then I hear like a rattle.
Like a shift.
Yeah, so then something you hear smack, rattle, rattle, smack, rattle, rattle, smack, and I was like, and there's no one in there. It's just me and the kids, and it's right across the way. And then it just kept going, and then I turned on the light in the room. I like flipped it on, and it's like super dark in the room, and it stops, and I was like, okay. And then as soon as I turned around, you just hear smack, and then I was like, all right. So I turned on the hallway light, and then I like went, and then like fell back in, and then like I waited. There was no rattling, and then I reached in for the door and I just slammed it. And then as soon as I hear it, it goes rattle, rattle, rattle. And then I was like, oh, heck no. And then I closed the other door. I left the lights on and I was just like sitting on this side away from the window because you can like look in like to the other class this way. So I just stood on this side and I was like, all right. Then that was it. Nothing else happened, right? I was like, okay, cool.
Wow.
And then, so then I start to get tired because this probably happened within the first 30 minutes of the kids getting here.
Okay.
I'm starting to get tired now. And then I think have you guys ever heard like when people tell scary stories and something crazy happens and then they're like, and then I just went to sleep. Like they pass out because I don't know if they're so scared or something. They're like, yeah, the scariest thing happened ever. And then they're like, and then I fell asleep. Like not meaning to, but you just pass out.
I've not heard of that.
I think it's probably from the adrenaline spike.
Maybe. I don't know. I listen to a lot of scary stuff.
I'm feeling that right now.
So that's like,
I can sleep right now.
And so I'm dreaming. I start to have this nightmare of the daycare. I'm laying down, and then the baby in the crib like is crying, and I go to look in there, and it's sleeping, and I'm like, what the heck? God. And then I like turn around, and then I hear the little boy yell, Miss Jessica, and then I turn, and there's a bunch of like babies crawling into the class. And they're trying to like crawl up to the crib. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm trying to grab them all and get them. And they're breaking in through the window. They're just like crawling at me. And then I wake up. And it had only been like 10 minutes. And then that was it. And then I didn't go back to sleep because I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I was like, okay, no.
I'm so excited for this paranormal. This is gonna be so scary.
Do you think it was the same baby ghost child from the one that was trying to climb up?
I have no idea.
You know what I mean?
There's been one time, not my story. It was a 3-year-old story from here.
Really? Okay.
He comes out crying. He comes inside to use the restroom. We wait by the door. He was taking a little bit because we leave the door open, but like it's on the other side, so it's for the 3-year-old, so they have a little privacy door. And he's in there for a good like 5 minutes.
This is the bathroom.
And not this one, the one next door.
Okay.
And then you just hear him crying, and then. So we go check, hey, is everything okay? The man wasn't letting me out. And he's like screaming, like,
not the man.
He is not okay. He said, that man wasn't letting me out. And then we're like, what man? And no one had gone into the classroom. No one came. There was no dads that had stopped by. And he was crying. We had to call his parents to come pick him up because he wouldn't stop. He was so scared that the man wouldn't let him out of the bathroom.
Whoa.
Stop.
No, I'm serious. And then there's another little girl that in the bathroom in the hallway.
The one down there.
Okay. Said that there was a little girl in overalls and they're playing in the bathroom and there was no one there.
Wow.
And like those are just little kid stories.
No, yeah, like I mean, I would say a more recent one that I know of. This is fucking freaky too. I mean, everything's been kind of scary. But have we said that Thea works here?
That who?
That Thea.
Yeah. Oh, I said my Thea's classroom, but
okay,
yeah,
well,
our aunt, our Thea works here.
She works here. This is pretty recent. I think it was like this year.
Okay.
Where once again she's teaching. She's in the classroom with the kids, and then there was one of the kids that had walked up to her and said, "He's like, hey, that kid's not coming out from there." That kid's just like, "From where?" He's like, and so they sleep on cots.
On cots, yeah.
And they stack them up in the corner. You know what I mean? Yeah. So but they're stacked up in like the corner, for space. But under it, he was like, yeah, the kid, he's not coming out.
There's no space under those.
So that's the thing,
oh
right?
my God.
It's like this big.
And then
Get ready for after this.
I'm fucking so scared right now.
Right? So my Mateo's like, what are you talking about? He's like, come here. And he goes, he's right there, look.
Oh!
And then my Thea, obviously, she didn't see anything, but she was like, nope. And it pulled him out, closed the door, and that was it. This happened like
that's
this year. I think.
scary.
That's crazy. That's the bathroom in her classroom.
I want to say yeah, probably.
Yeah, some of the kids have been scared in that one too, but
Awesome. So that's a room we gotta check out for sure. I'm very scared. I'm very excited. This is crazy. Honestly, I can't even. I'm
I was
going to
say another thing that used to happen when I would come open or at night when I was closing. So I don't think I see any more left, but before we used to have the little radios play music, whatever. Play
I think there's one right here
the
in this
nap
corner,
time
actually.
CD. Okay.
Yeah.
The one not in this classroom, over here. I would be in the office. I would be closing up, and then the music would just start blaring, da, 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 like full volume, full blast. And then I'd have to come walk back here, turn it off. And it'd be after it was all dark and everything. In the morning, sometimes I would come in, and as an opener, you got to set up all the waters and stuff and make sure everything's fresh for the day. And I would be setting stuff up, and then the music would just start blaring. And I'm like, and sometimes I would go turn it off. If I was too scared, I would just leave it on and put music on my phone up front. And I was like, I'm not going back there right now.
Would it be like just any song that was
Just
on?
like whatever, just blaring, just like out of nowhere. And it wasn't like a slow thing. It's just da 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 da. And yeah, I was like, I'm not in the mood right now.
They say ghosts communicate through that stuff.
Oh,
The white noise.
that's scary.
You
Yeah, the
know?
white noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Bumblebee, the Transformer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, literally.
I really wanted.
Ghosts or Transformers?
I really wanted to get the name for that as they call it a spirit box. And then
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
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 And I really wanted to get one, but they're really expensive.
Yeah.
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 Like a legit one, like
Like
Yeah.
200 or
Yeah.
something like that. I was like something crazy. I was like,
yeah,
well,
no. For
Is
one
that
night.
is that crazy, or is that like 4 handles?
what do you mean?
Handles of liquor.
All about context. I didn't know handle was a nomenclature for that, for alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, when
It's
I
a-
used to drink back in the
big
day,
one.
Handle.
yeah, the handles.
Big one. It has a handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I know that. Wow.
I thought a big drinker like you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd be out every
I
night.
mean, I caught the Instagram stories last weekend, so
Hey,
birthday.
Yeah,
happy
happy
birthday,
birthday.
yeah.
Hey, shout out to my boy.
Thank
What
you.
can I say? What can I say? You know what I'm saying?
Can we talk about real quick? I mean, these aren't paranormal, but Jessica in the past has scared the shit out of me. Like
Ooh, best sibling
genuinely.
scare. Best sibling scare. Go ahead.
No, like it was bad, dude. Like, and she knew. She knew how to really get me, and I would cry
Okay.
because she scared me so
all right,
fucking much.
I'm a little goofy.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Silly
if
goofy.
you do that tonight,
I'll shit myself.
No, I'm
Don't
not.
do that
I'm not.
to me.
I'm telling you guys right now, recorded on the record. I'm not scaring us. So if something happens,
Whatever
it's not
happens
me.
is
same, same. We
real.
have to make that pact because
Right
All
now.
as legitimate, we have to be investigators, and
Yeah.
we cannot fuck around. It might be tempting in the moment. You might think, "Oh, it'd be so fun," you know what I'm saying? But you can't be
Not
on that
even.
shit. You know
No.
what I'm saying? Maybe you could do a little. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
imagine.
I'll scream loud as fuck.
Imagine
Don't do that to me.
we're all walking in a line, and then you're like, "Hey, stop
Someone
it!"
taps
But
the
you're
guy.
the last
You're the
one.
last We're gonna end up.
Guys, I can't, bro. Stop.
We're gonna end up doing the Scooby Doo stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
in the
running your
classroom. Changing, holding each other.
Oh my god, bro.
It'd be cute.
I'm literally so
That'd be a fun
scared,
shot.
man. That would be actually we got it. Yeah, actually. Oh my god, I'm literally so scared. I'm so excited because, like I said, like I need. I'm not to say like I would be like, oh, awesome, like I'd be fucking scared, right? If I experience something as an adult, but I need it to solidify
Yeah.
the stories that I'll tell
Hey,
on
man,
your
dude,
podcast.
That,
Yes, yes.
that dog almost
So-
got you right now.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
do
I
you
got
have
me, you know.
another story to tell?
Yeah.
Let me.
You don't have to. I have
Wait,
two
wait,
more
wait,
that
wait.
I can think of from here.
Well, I was gonna say. I mean, do you want me to say the ones you really scared me with?
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, well, I mean, it wasn't even meant to be like a fucking ghost thing, but like, there's been times when like me and Jessica play hide and seek.
Oh my god, it's
You know what
always
I mean?
hide and seek.
Oh,
Like,
We play hide and seek in the dark.
Us
Oh, yeah, we do that too.
God,
Big,
yeah. Oh my
big
God.
time.
that was.
Should we
positive
do a
relations.
round? No, I'm just
Yes.
kidding. I'm just kidding. No,
Oh,
no, I'm not
hell
down.
no, nope.
I'm not down. I'm
One
not
like
down.
and we'll do
I'm
it. Ding, we just got the like.
No, but, no.
Okay,
It's
keep
me.
going.
But we would do hide and seek, and then obviously she would hide, but it was just us two.
It was just me and Junior.
Hey, that makes it more tense though.
Yeah.
We had no other siblings at this time. I mean, we did, but anyways, but
They were too little to play.
yeah,
with.
exactly. But so then there's one time when Jessica, she went to go hide. The lights were on, by the way. It was like during daytime.
Okay.
I think this is probably the Butler house. I think, yeah.
Other
Yeah.
house. Greatest house. Goated house.
And anyways, but anyway, so we have 2 bathrooms in there,
Yep.
right? So then,
I
bam.
recall.
So I'm checking the houses. I'm checking the rooms in the house. No. At this point, I get to the master bedroom bathroom, and I'm just like looking left and right, and I'm like, she's got to be behind this curtain. And here's the thing: it's like I know she's got to be here, right? She can't give me any rules. I knew she was behind there, but then she fucking opens it. She made me jump. It was one of those things you get so scared you start crying.
Yeah.
And it happened,
You're
and I was
so
like,
upset.
she's scared.
I don't know. The
That
one
shit.
I always think of, which is really mean, was
She
one time he was being super annoying, and I was doing the dishes, and I was
she's a
like,
fucking asshole, bro. Like it was kind of traumatizing.
this
This is why he gives you attitude sometimes.
I picked up a big ass kitchen knife.
Bro,
Oh my god!
And I'm holding it, and I said, "Junior," and I started chasing him with the knife.
What's wrong?
And then,
I mean, she didn't really chase me like that, but it was,
yeah, I didn't like follow him. I just followed him around the corner. What he didn't see was I swapped the knife for a wooden
with like a
spatula.
wood- yeah, with something like
And I
that.
had it behind my back. I'm walking like this. I corner him to the wall, and I go, and he's like, and I
And
was
then
like,
you want me trying to be nonchalant? I try to play it off. Oh man, them fake tears, and
Oh yeah, you've been the same dude since forever, bro.
That's hilarious.
no.
That's a good prank.
I know, my mom was mad.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Goddamn.
Usually.
He was like, how old are you? I was probably in
like-
high school,
like
so
later
you're,
elementary
middle
school?
school or the end of elementary school.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
This is a good
That was
palate
a bad
cleanser,
one.
honestly. Actually, real quick, while we're talking hide and seek, can I just say real quick? I was that kid who like would hide like anywhere in hide and seek, in trash cans, in trees, because we play in the
Oh,
neighborhood.
yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say like my highlight, my greatest, like when I peeked in hide and seek, there was this specific oil stain in this one neighbor's house, and one night I purposely wore all black.
Oh my god.
And I was like, okay, let's go play. And the way we did it, instead of counting, we would kick a soccer ball down the street, and you have to run to go get it, and you couldn't look back, so we all hid behind.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, it was like I think it was called kick the can, like back in the day. And I knew my plan already. I laid down in the oil like this, and when I tell you as close as like Jess is to me, he got that.
What time of day is it?
Nighttime. It was
Okay,
nighttime.
Yeah,
No,
that was working
imagine-
in the day.
That's some
not
Looney
working in
Tunes
the
shit.
day.
We would play specifically around like twilight, like
Okay,
6
yeah,
to
yeah.
like so the sun's kind of going down, but it's still enough that you can see make out shapes or whatever.
Yeah.
And my boy got as close as you are to me, and he was like this with the soccer ball because he had like throw it up to like tag him.
Oh, okay.
And he was like as close. He's like this, looking around, and he walked away. And oh my god, when he got out of earshot, I laughed so fucking
my
hard. It was my.
He
peak
turned
moment.
around.
I was like, yeah. He looked back.
Oh,
He couldn't
really?
see me. It was so
You're pretty
good.
good at that.
It was amazing. I was like statuesque.
Yeah,
in the
I
oil
was
stain.
so good the last time I played hide and seek. Junior had to remind our little sister that we were playing hide and seek.
She just loves
You
you
remember?
hiding.
I was hiding in the closet, and,
Uh-huh.
and
I'm trying to remember.
our youngest sister was looking for us, or well, for me, because it was just me and her playing, because no one else wanted to play with her. And then
Yeah, she
he's
got
like,
distracted?
he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm hiding." And then he's like, "She's on her iPad."
Oh my god,
That's hilarious.
I was hiding for like 20 minutes, guys.
dude, she's so iPad kid coded sometimes.
That's
it's so
hilarious.
funny, bro. It's
And then
so funny.
he's like, "Aren't you looking for Jessica?" And she's like, "Oh yeah."
Oh my god, that's so her, dude. That's
I
so
was like,
her.
"Dang."
And then the way she's so tuned into like meme culture already too, just cracks
yeah.
me up. That kid cracks me up. Oh my god.
Patient.
Very funny. By the way, she had a little friend over recently.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Listen,
Some attitude on that one already. Honestly,
She-
she was challenging your
You
boy.
know what it is?
Yeah. I don't know. No, I don't think you met him. Her older brother
Yeah,
is
okay.
terrible. Bad child. I used to watch him.
Oh,
he
really?
was like on some crazy stuff.
I don't.
I hope he's better now. Then the daughter's a little wild too, and so she doesn't have the best older influences. So
That might
oh
be it.
no, it is about the environment you
Listen.
grow up in.
True.
So.
I never wanted to hit a child.
My boy was
Pause.
actually heated.
Like what though? What could they have been doing that was so agitating like that?
Just like very much. If I can speak, I don't.
Yeah, go for it. No, you were there. You saw it.
Yeah, I was witnessing it.
You were witnessing it?
I was witnessing it.
Did you want to hit the child?
No, I was.
Maybe
laughing.
they were possessed.
Oh no! Wait, imagine. No, here's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's my house. I pay bills there. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay.
Right. So if there's some food being made in a pot, and I'm just like, let me get some. And then, I grab a little spoon or whatever, a little fork. I eat some of the food, and you hit the corner. You're like, "Why are you eating that?"
She hit him with that. Why are you eating that?
And
It's my fucking house.
No. I was
I'm
like,
hungry.
no, I was like, I can eat what I want in my house. Relax. She goes, but it's not done yet. I was like, bro. I don't care. Like it was, I can't like it was good agitating.
So
and
you were
then,
hangry?
No.
Okay.
This-
No, it wasn't that.
She had some food for real.
No, and he was thinking,
Yeah.
I even had, so I mean, obviously I don't have it on me for the fucking episode, but, my little cape right there to the side, she, it's meant to represent like fire. And she's like, that cape of flames, and it's not even flames.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like-
I can see why that made you mad.
I almost I was drinking my Coke Zero and I was like, dude.
Yeah, this motherfucker giggling, I was like,
Flames and you-
I would, honestly, I think the laughing made it worse too because I was like, because like when a kid roasts you, like, what do you do?
Yeah, right.
Like, what do you do?
It's
Like,
hard to rebuttal.
It's hard because you know what I'm saying. Like, you
They're a
want to be
kid.
that person who's
Yeah.
also,
Say,
oh yeah,
Are you
That's
the
why we
kid?
found you in the trash.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
some
why you're
sauce.
adopted.
I was
Yeah.
like, Mama dead.
Oh.
I'm sorry. That was too much, guys. That was too much. The ghosts are gonna get me now for that one, guys. I mean, really?
You're like, that was a man. I don't know what came over me.
Yeah.
Possessed for a quick second.
have you guys seen that clip?
Which one?
Ghost
It was like
Adventures.
it was like a clip on TikTok, and it was like an episode of Ghost Adventures.
yes.
Zach
He was like,
Bagans.
something came over me, and I lunged at him. But you see,
Yeah.
he goes,
Let's throw it in silently right here. It's honestly it's
okay,
a W
we'll
clip.
play it. But it's hilarious because I haven't watched the show in years. I remember back in the day, that was like the show though.
That was the show.
Yeah, it was
They
like-
had a
it-
sick run
yeah.
from like
It was actually
1
like-
to 5.
I never wanted
It was
it.
like really good. Like, in terms of like ghost television, like it was like number one for me at least.
Yeah, and the whole thing was that they would go back and like try to debunk stuff, and and the other ghost shows weren't doing that. They were like, oh, like,
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it was good, but then now I don't know what. Like I think when he was over, I tried to throw it on like the most recent episode.
Yeah.
It was not good.
It's just too gimmicky. The EVPs are too like they're so doctored. It's so obvious. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Is it or
It seems
or,
like- no, I mean-
or are ghosts so advanced that they just know to talk to you now?
This is like a thought I had. Because I grew up watching a lot of that stuff. Before Ghost Adventures, it was oh my god, Ghost Hunters on Sci-Fi Channel
Right.
72.
The plumbers.
The plumbers, yeah, the Roto-Rooter guys who did the Ghost Adventure stuff or whatever. And so I grew up watching a lot of that television. So I was a big believer. And what made me more of a skeptic was BuzzFeed Unsolved. Ryan,
Oh, yeah.
Ryan and Shane.
Never watched it.
I've never seen that.
I never
Oh.
watched it either, but BuzzFeed's just.
I love BuzzFeed.
Guys, so like for example, they'll have 30 episodes, let's say, right? And in those 30 episodes, only like 2 or 3 of them will have like evidence, like they catch something, right? And it makes me think like, damn, like these guys never catch anything. And it's like super like it was super low budget or whatever, and it was kind of like real, just like them and like a camcorder, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, made me think like, dang, like what if these shows are just playing it up just because like there's big money in shows, like you need to have something happen because no one's gonna watch. People don't have patience to like watch a ghost show and nothing happens for like 10 episodes, you know?
Right.
But on one of the episodes with BuzzFeed,
Well, right. It's like they show Hunting for Bigfoot.
Yeah.
they need.
They're
you know,
still looking for.
That's still
you know what
looking
I'm
for
saying?
him.
And it's like even the guys came out and said, "Yeah, we faked it." You know what I'm saying? Like Bigfoot's the one cryptid where it's kind of like, like
It could have just been some big dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guys who found the original clip of Bigfoot like, years later were like, we were just fucking around. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Like
that's why
they've admitted to it, but there's people like, nah, you're lying.
No, it's
Literally,
out
that's
there.
literally it, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
Yeah, and they're like. Anyway, so here's this
Yeah.
evidence I got. Look at this plaster footprint. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So,
But the one
BuzzFeed.
episode of BuzzFeed where they did catch something super like groundbreaking. You guys gotta watch it. It's the St. Augustine or St. Augusta. It's in Florida. It's this lighthouse. If you like watch the whole, because like knowing the context prior to that episode, knowing that they don't catch shit like that, and then they go to that lighthouse, he was getting like real intelligent like responses on the spirit box. Oof! I'm telling you, I was watching it at work. I mean, I'm pretty like teary-eyed, like, you know what I'm saying, when ghost stuff happens. But I was at work and I was getting teary-eyed. I was like, this shit is so scary. What was the origin of this conversation or this story?
We're talking about Ghost Adventures.
The
Like,
Too
like,
gimmicky.
like,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
yeah,
the
well, the
clip,
shows and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Lunging.
just too gimmicky, and they lost it.
You think there's like, because people use those, the white noise to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think anyone's ever like just like had shit come through like?
Yeah. I'm telling you, I listen to a lot of ghost podcasts. Someone was talking about that, how
Oh really?
they were like experiencing weird stuff at night while they were sleeping. Like they would like wake up and like hear stuff and they didn't know what it was. And then they had like reached out to like I don't remember if it was a medium or something, but someone to kind of get like some help. And then they're like, hey, I've been having really bad nightmares. I've been like not able to sleep. I've been experiencing like weird stuff as I'm going to bed. And they're like, oh, well, tell me about like what's happening, what has changed. And they're like, oh, I started using white noise. And they're like, oh, white noise is another method to like reach to the other side and spirits can come through and whatever. And so he set up the white noise and then set up like that like sleeping app thing to like, you know, that records when sounds are. So like, and then you hear like, I'm just kidding. I'm
sorry. Well, real quick, the reason I was laughing is because there's a very funny clip of some guy who did it, and it's just him farting the whole night.
Oh,
I can't. I'm sorry.
I was that guy.
Anyways, sorry to cut you off.
No. And then, so he plays it back the next day, and then he lives by himself. It's just him, and the medium's like, hey, do this. We'll go over it together, and like I'll let you know if I hear anything weird. Blah blah.
Guys.
What was that?
The plate fell off the picture. Oh. Yeah. No, we could just like.
We'll take a quick cut.
Quick cut. Yeah.
And we're back.
So hold on. Actually, can you?
No, we're back. We're back.
Damn it! You never let me adjust my mic.
And we're back. Oh.
And
we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Shh, what was that, dude? I'm freaking out. Okay, so where we leave off at? Actually, I actually lost my train of thought.
Ghost hunters.
No, but you were on a particular story.
Oh, you were on the white noise.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so then they go to review it the next day.
Yes.
And then first sound, you know, him turning. Nothing really. Next sound, it's like a car alarm going off.
Yeah.
Next sound, you hear, hey.
Oh God.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Next song, hey.
Oh my God.
Then next sound, wake up. Wake up. And then 3 minutes later, you hear him rustling, and he's like, huh? And then he just like goes back to sleep.
Is this coming like from the sound box?
Yeah.
Or?
Well, it's recorded on the like app.
So this is them playing it back.
And yeah. And then later, you just hear like the last thing you hear is like a growl, like.
Oh my God.
Like obviously not like that, but just like a growl.
Pop Smoke.
Oh my God.
And then she's like, I can't remember if the medium was. I think it was a lady, but she tells him like, you need to stop using this machine. Something's trying to come through. Blah blah blah. Gets rid of the machine. Nothing ever happens again. So then I said, wow, I'm never using white noise. Because then I'm scared. I was like, I don't want to risk it. I'm also scared. Sometimes I think about like trying like to record myself sleeping, or like, you know how some people like have cameras in their room.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm so fucking scared that I'm gonna see something, or like, what if I catch myself and I'm like sleepwalking, or like doing something weird,
or saying some crazy shit in your sleep.
Do you remember there was one time we were on a road trip? I obviously don't remember this, but Jessica had said that there's a one time when I was like asleep.
Yeah.
And I guess I got a shot out of my chair and kind of just started talking.
Oh, fuck.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. I don't remember what you said.
You have no memory of that?
No, well, I was asleep. Like, I was dead asleep, and I remember like she had said that I had like done this thing where I kind of motion. I mean, maybe it was like, you know, obviously it's like in like a worse tate, but I kind of was like got up on the chair like.
Yeah, and then like laid back down.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you said.
I forgot,
but one time, and I hate it because Junior doesn't remember, but it was probably because he was so little. I'm guessing we were on our way to my dad's in Washington, and my dad had picked us up. We're commuting. There's like a huge accident, so we're stuck in traffic. It's like a 14-car pileup, like across the whole thing, and like we were stuck for like a few hours. So we finally start moving. Me and Junior just looking at each other, and don't say nothing. And I'm like, Junior, and then he looks at me, but this is all in my head, and I'm like, can you hear me? And then he just kind of is like staring at me. And then I say, if you can hear me, put your hand up. And he goes, whoa. And then he doesn't remember, though. He doesn't fucking remember. And it drives me insane. It was the one time we had telepathy. And
That is
Doesn't-
crazy.
I have no recollection of that.
And after he shot his hand up, I said, "Did you hear me?" And he said, "That was you." And I was like, "Yeah."
What? That's
you got me. I
nuts.
don't know.
Yeah.
And
then
you know how
doesn't
good my memory is.
Yeah.
And
This man,
no,
you're
it's
a
not
steel
because
trap.
okay,
Oh,
I don't
no.
know. Okay, I guess we'll talk about this on our podcast. But there's like stuff that Junior saw in Butler House and like things that have happened, and then I tell him, and he's like, "That never happened." I'm like,
That's a good Junior impression.
"Yeah, I did." Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, Jose impression. Don't call him Junior.
Jose. Sorry. But yeah. Let me just. I'll finish it with the 2 stories I could remember.
Yes. Sorry, these are stories that Junior saw and doesn't remember.
No. I'm
No,
gonna
it's-
save those for ours
Oh, okay. So, okay.
because I know we're on a bit
tune
of a
in.
time crunch.
Yeah.
Hard out.
So this is like daylight time. It's like 7 a.m. Kids are getting dropped off. And like when we open up, since the kids come in slowly, we have one class open. Kids are sleeping at 7. We turn on the lights, start giving them breakfast. Kids are rolling in. My coworker comes in at 7. She gets her class and then takes them this way. And that's all the smaller kids because depending on age, the ratio is different. Like the smaller the baby, the more teachers you need in there. So if you have, I don't know if regulations have been updated, but when I was still working, if you had a baby under like a year, you needed 1 person for every 4 kids.
Oh, okay.
So like, and it was set up so they would come in right before we would hit like the number of each kid, and then they would split up. Oh, sorry. And then, so I see my coworker, and my coworker had just had a baby. And she has long brown hair. She's like maybe like this tall. And she usually passes by, drops off her stuff, and then she loops back around, picks up the kids. And usually as soon as I see her come in, I grab the kids, get them ready, get their stuff. So I see her pass by really fast. She's carrying her baby thing. She's walking. And then I look in that classroom. I'll show you when we're over there. If you're on this side, there's a window up here, so you could just see the top half. And you just see her walking. And she turns into this class, the next one. And so I'm like, hey, guys, all right, let's start getting ready. I get the kids ready. I'm getting all their lunches, their jackets, whatever. And I was like, just sit down till she comes and gets you. It's been like 5 minutes, nothing, 10 minutes. And I'm like, what the heck? And I tell the other teacher, I'm like, hey, hold on, let me go see if she needs something or whatever. I walk in, there's no one there. There's no car seat, there's no herd, no kids, no parents even went that way.
Wow.
And there's no one there. And then she gets there maybe 10 minutes later, and I said, were you here earlier? And she's like, no, I just got here. I said, I just saw you pass by earlier with the baby. And she was like, are you serious? Are you trying to scare me? I was like, no. And no one ever came back. And the other teacher saw her too. And like,
Really?
yeah.
Whoa.
And then I was like, all right. I was like, well, that was weird. And then I was like, was it like something mimicking her? Was it?
Yes.
And I was like, yeah. I was like, well, I don't want to find out.
Well,
And then I thought it was weird because when she passed by, instead of saying morning or turning, it was facing the wall. So when she passed by, it was just back, no front. So I thought maybe she was in a hurry.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing. No.
I have to say, like, I feel like the reason that like your guys' stories have resonated with me so much is because my experiences are so similar, and I'll go obviously go more into it.
We can't wait to
Speaking
hear
to the
it.
abyss.
Yeah. And that's wild.
So you have one more, right?
Yeah, one more. This one was me and another coworker. Me and her were the closers. And we were just waiting for one kid to get here, but it was feeling kind of like weird
Already.
And this is a fall time where it gets darker sooner. It's for like 6, 7. And we're in this middle classroom because we had a baby. So that one has the cribs and like the baby chairs.
Okay.
And we're just in there talking. And I'm like kind of cleaning up so we could close up and leave after the kid gets picked up. Because like the other kids that were there were her own kids.
Okay.
And because she had so many kids, it was setting off the ratio. So I had to be there too.
Oh.
And we're just talking and we're waiting for this mom to get here. And then So on each classroom, there's at least one door, if not two. We're just sitting and we're talking, and on that class, there's two, and they're facing the playground. Someone starts wiggling the doorknobs.
From the outside.
And this is gated off. You can't come in unless you, like, come through the gate. And we're like, what the heck is that? And then we're like, what? And I was like, was that someone? And I opened the door, and I was like, I don't think anyone was there. And so I look, and there's no one in there. And we have, like, one light out there. And I was like, I don't see anyone. We close it. I lock it. I make sure it's locked. I close it. And we're just talking, and then we hear banging from this door.
Oh, fuck.
Dun, 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 dun. So we're like, someone's trying to break in. Someone's trying to whatever. And they're pounding. And then we turn on all the lights. So they're like,
No,
I don't know, get like, which we did have lights on, but I don't know why we thought that was going to help.
Yeah.
And
More lights.
then she calls her husband. She's like, hey, someone's trying to get in here. We don't know what's going on.
Does he live close?
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I think they lived like maybe down the street or something.
Okay.
And we're waiting. And then so I'm like, I'm going to go around and make sure all the doors are locked, because sometimes even if the doors were locked, like they wouldn't close all the way.
Oh, okay.
Or something. So I was going like, because sometimes you could just push a door and it'll like swing open.
Scary.
Even if it's locked, but it didn't like clamp. So I'm checking all the doors. And then I hear her yell, Jess. And I run back, and she's like, did you hear that? And I'm like, what? And she's like, they were banging on the window. And I said, no. And I was like, what the heck? And then, so we're like together. We're like on alert. We're standing. And then you just start hearing banging on this door, that door. Like just dun, dun,
At the
dun,
same
dun,
time?
At the same time. And then she's like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden we hear like walking on the roof. It sounds like someone's on the roof. And I said, dude, is someone like on the roof? What's going on? You just hear.
Just like that crack. That's crazy. Okay.
Okay, but it sounded like stomps.
Yeah.
That was scary,
Could've
guys.
sounded better.
The timing was crazy. I hope the mic's got that too.
And so we're freaking out, and she's crying. She's scared. She's like freaking
I'm about to
out.
cry.
And then like he gets here. He's checking all the doors. He's going around. He's walking. There's no one. There's nothing. He can't find any trace of anything. Whatever. And then it kind of just calmed down after that. And then I was like, the kid gets picked up. We clean up. And she's like, yeah, you could go ahead and leave, and then I'll go after you. Okay, so then I'm getting my stuff, and then she's just throwing whatever into the laundry room. Like I told you, they remodeled that area. Before you would walk in, there's a small room, and then there's a hall, and then there's the laundry room. And then she was throwing the dirty clothes in there, and then a toy started to play in there. And she just closed the door, and she's like, headed out.
Yeah,
but
same.
We never figured out what it was, and everyone else was like, are you sure? Like, and I'm like, yeah, like, we don't know what it was. We never saw anything, never happened again. But that was like the night that the most had ever happened to me being here.
That's really fucking scary.
Yeah.
The doors is what's scaring me. Because, like, I don't know, you always hear, like, ghost stories where they knock and stuff, or they just want to come in. And it scared the fuck out of me when you're like, oh, yeah, I opened, I stuck my head out there and was, like, looking.
Yeah, well, like, and I think at first my mind didn't think ghosts. My mind thought, like,
A person.
there's a baby in here. Like, if there's someone here, like, I need to see, and, like, then I could call the cops if, whatever. And we even have cameras here, so we checked the cameras, and there was no one, like, around the perimeter or anything, and it was just...
That's really scary.
And after that, that teacher never closed again.
Wow.
That's really scary.
Yeah. But, yeah.
I'm spooked.
I think it's time to wrap up our episode right now.
Yeah. Guys, so there is technically a part 2. We're going to go ahead and join them on their podcast now. So we're going to drop a link to that in our description.
Yeah.
Well, the link's below, guys. Go ahead and tap in on that.
Yeah,
And,
maybe-
check
maybe-
us out. I don't know. When we started, we always released on Hump Day, which is Wednesday, and because we have such a successful podcast, someone wanted to
hop on that.
hop on the train.
Well, someone wanted to get fired from the job.
Whoa, hold on. Fire, it's crazy.
Whoa.
I resigned. I ended my tenure.
All
Fired's
right.
crazy. I've only been fired twice.
Just wanted to say thanks for having us
Yeah,
on your
thanks
guys'
for
pod. It's
having
been a blast.
Thanks for coming on.
Very
Yeah,
spooky
yeah.
so far.
Very spooky.
Hopefully, first of many collabs.
Yeah, hell
We'll
yeah.
see. I mean, look, and this might be part 2 for you.
Nope.
Yeah, you might be here checking
and
from
let us
our
know.
episode.
Let us know if you come to our podcast, if you hear us, if you like it. Let us know. Let us know you came from BLT.
Yeah, drop it in the comments.
Ooh, yeah. Awesome.
And if you
Alright.
came here from our podcast, let them know. We
Vice
sent
versa.
you.
Share the love.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want these
Definitely.
communities to mesh together.
Yes. Yeah.
No overlap here, guys. No overlap. Very good
Yeah.
stuff.
There's enough space for all of us to come up.
Yeah.
This town is big enough for the both of us.
Hell yeah.
Very true.
All right, guys. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're scared in your car right now.
Yeah. All right.
Peace.
Later, P.
Fuck, guys. I'm fucking scared.